I got involved with DJing back in 1998. I was a high school student, and I'd always had kind of a, I guess you'd call it just kind of a crush on the image. You know, you see these movies and there's like these guys behind these turntables and they're just manipulating music. And in '98, there was an opening at my high school. We had a DJ during lunch, and one of the DJs left, and they needed a new lunchtime DJ, and I volunteered. And I had absolutely no clue what I was doing at all. They had 2 CD turntables and a mixer, and they said, here you go, figure it out. I actually cashed in the savings bonds my grandparents sent me for college throughout my life. Cashed them in and bought a set of Technics 1200s and started actually playing vinyl. I took a break, actually. I was DJing all through high school and then DJing in college. And I ended up dropping out of college and was just really just in a wayward point in my life. Didn't know what I was doing or where I was going. And my friends started a rock band and they asked me to join. And I did. And I ended up completely quitting DJing for about 4 to 5 years. And then got back into it just recently. Since the beginning, the standard DJ setup has been 2 turntables and a mixer. Back in the 70s, the Technics SL1200 Mark II became the standard for all DJs. It's a really high torque turntable, and it was basically what promoted the ability to scratch. You can actually scratch a record, and rather than a drag before it actually gets back up to speed, you can go straight back into the sound, and that's really what has dominated the market for years on end. So I use 2 of those, and I use an Eckler mixer typically. But basically wherever you go, you're going to find 2 1200s and a mixer that has at least 2 channels and a crossfader. And I've just recently switched over to digital. I no longer spin just records. I now use a program and a converter box called Scratch Live, released by a company called Rain and Serato. And it basically gives me the ability to spin MP3s like records. They're 2 data discs that you use just like a record. And it converts whatever signals coming from the data disc to MP3 and pumps that through the mixer. So basically, now I can spin whatever MP3 I have on my computer just like I would spin a record. It's basically flawless. There's absolutely no lack of conversion. And it's really made a huge impact on the DJing market, the switch from analog to digital. CDs were always kind of scoffed at and laughed at. They were imperfect. You couldn't do things that you could do with a turntable with CDs. But now that Scratch Live has come out and perfected this art of digital MP3 manipulation in the style of records, it's really just started a huge schism in the world of DJing, whether to stay pure with analog or whether to switch to the dark side and become a laptop DJ. The greatest challenge in DJing is meeting that point of playing music that you personally want to hear and playing music that the crowd wants to hear. I think that I don't think there's a single DJ out there that plays only music that they want to hear. They play music that the crowd wants to hear, the music that crowds want to dance to. I mean, I might spend an entire night filled with hip-hop and like 80s and get back in my car and listen to nothing but, you know, like rock or IDM, intelligent dance music. But that might not be what the crowd wants to hear, and I think that really is the biggest challenge. And that's also what kind of defines who you are and how you make your name. I think it's that balance between playing things that people aren't used to, but they might get into, and things that everyone wants to hear every night.